Well, more Trump news. Now, if you haven't heard, Trump is going through quite a lot of trial, case, felony charge, indictment type stuff. Recently, he was facing January 6th seditious conspiracy charges, among many other things. And a trial date has been set for May 20th of next year. There was also the E. Jean Carroll case, third indictment, a judge rejecting Trump's bid to move the felony case, the New York felony case, to federal court, many other things. And so he even said himself that he thinks he may be arrested soon. And all of these different things are coming out. Now, if you look at it from the outside in, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, but you have to look beyond what's being done at face value. I'm not comparing Trump to Jesus, but I give this example all the time. Jesus himself was innocent of everything. But as a Christian, and you know this, you have read the Bible, you know who he is. If you have faith in the Lord, if you have faith in God, you realize that there were a lot of people out to get him. There were a lot of people because he was over target, right? And you have to picture yourself there. You have to picture yourself in the moment, in the time of Jesus, and say, you know what? You got all these people, these newscasters, these journalists, they're reporting what's going on, and you're looking at it. You're literally even telling yourself, you know what? I'm going to go and look at it for myself. You see Pontius Pilate give the thumbs down for crucifixion, all of the crowd against him. Everything is working against Jesus. And if you look at clues, if you look at the times and the signs, you, as an ignorant observer of reality, would think, oh, I guess Jesus is guilty. I guess Jesus deserves death. I guess Jesus did do all these things, and all of the language about him being the king of the Jews and just all of this blasphemy that he was talking about. I guess that's what it is. And you're just going with the crowd. But if you desire truth, you desire to ask questions, just like with this whole situation, there are a lot of people, they are objective, they're neutral, and even if they lean left or right, whatever it is, they're saying, wait a minute. Before I read New York Times, CNN, and all of these hit pieces and what you just Google Trump, and this is all these articles coming out, before I read into any of that bias, let me just take a step back with as much research as I could probably do, given the two indictments before, the two impeachments, all of these things that have happened before, and what he is doing now, what he is standing for. And if you wake up to the fact that if you question the establishment, if you question all of the things that they're quite frankly, they're hiding, and if he's going against that and they're targeting him, and you're seeing all of these things play out, then you have to, if you have half a brain cell, you would look at it and start asking certain questions. Sift through all the muck, right? A lot of people, they feel uncomfortable. Oh, don't talk about Trump. Eesh, I just want to stay away from all of that. Even in Jesus's time, if you looked at what they were doing and you got into the grimy muck of all this gossip, oh, Jesus is this. Yeah, I'm for Jesus. Oh no, I'm against Jesus. And you're literally sitting there in that time. It's new to you. And your decision is, oh, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this. I'm just going to move on and not deal with it. The same thing is happening right now. People, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear about Trump. They don't want to hear about any of these things. The same thing is happening with many other prominent figures, influencers, pastors. All as soon as there's one little tainted amount of something, they go, oh, you know what? I can't do that anymore. That's gross. That's nasty. If you think that way, then the same would happen for Peter, James, John, Paul, these guys who were jailed in the middle of their ministry. You would say the same for Jesus himself when he was crucified, died on the cross. And then because he has this tainted sort of reputation now, you think, oh, that's it. Like I can't follow him anymore. The same is happening right now. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I'm not elevating Trump to any sort of savior Jesus status. I'm literally telling you that this is what's happening to anybody that's fighting for righteousness and standing up, and they are being persecuted in this hour. The same will go for you too. The same goes for me. The same goes for many other saints that are doing the work of God. Now, Trump is not perfect. None of these people are perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect except Christ. But yet, you sit there and you have to have an objective frame of mind to look at this whole situation. A lot of people are still going to be clouded in their judgment, just like the Pharisees. Yeah, kill him. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. That idiot Trump. I knew he deserves it. Ha ha ha. And they're laughing without discernment. So this is what's happening right now. You have to compare with everything that Jesus ever said in terms of you will be persecuted for my name's sake. They will hate you for my name's sake. And when you stand for godly things, you are going to have opposition. So this is what's happening right now. A lot of people are still not waking up to this. People are just reading titles. They're reading someone's opinion pieces, and they think this is what the facts are. Just like with Jesus. In Jesus' time, some people are saying, oh yeah, I followed him the whole time. He's a schmuck. He just talks the talk, but he said he was the king of the Jews, that you have to eat his flesh, that he's the living water, the bread of life and all that. So he's a crazy guy. So don't listen to him. If you listen to one of those opinions, you will be led astray. So open your mind, see what's going on. More and more people are waking up. But even as this is happening, guys, his poll numbers, everything, it's strengthening. So people are seeing it. They're waking up in droves, and you will see this turnaround. So again, the other aspect to this is that this has to happen. It had to happen this way so people could wake up, people can see and do the research. And then as he is setting the precedent for himself about investigations, about grand juries and all this stuff, then it's going to turn on the actual evil people. So stay tuned for that. It's a good time. Again, this is targeting a lot of this in some sense is theater, but it has to happen so that the people that are asleep, they can wake up. And then those that have been deeply awakened, and you already know, right? You've seen the history of the last several years, and this is something that should not shake you. 10 years ago, this would have shaken you, right? Same goes for the Jesus example. But now, as it's happening, you're laughing and you're seeing, oh, wow, this really can happen to people of this generation because we're going into the end times. And the Bible talks about how this is going to play out. So this is not just, oh, the world is fine and dandy. It's okay, it's good, and it is what you have to perceive at face value from what the news says. No, there's more to it. And people are waking up to all of that. So love you guys. Be blessed, be encouraged. Talk to you guys very soon.